my channel. If you are new, welcome, do stick around. Make sure you click that all important subscribe button. Today I thought I would do a video where I ask you the questions. Now if you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen these questions popping up, and I asked for your participation and said that I'd give your Instagram pages a mention. So if you are not following my Instagram, I'll leave the handle up here. Make sure you do, because it does mean that future videos where I want your involvement, you can finally be a part of my videos. So, so I'm going to go through a few questions here, and first of all I want to thank all the people that responded and gave me your answers. They've definitely created some discussion, or they will do anyway. It was really fun getting your opinions and ideas on things, and yeah, I thought that I'd go through them with you now. So with all that said, let's get to it. Okay, so the first question I have is, what tips can you give me for being a first-time mum? And from Hannah D 2009, I got, enjoy the cuddles and stillness. They will be up and about soon enough, and buy some arnica pills. Nelson's are the best. These will help with internal healing. Lifesaver for me. So internal healing, I haven't even thought about that, to be honest, but it's good to know. And yeah, enjoy the cuddles and stillness, because I won't be still for long. That's frightening. Okay, cool. Ash_Peters, he says, buy yourselves a nose Frida. Is that how you say it? A nose Frida. I promise you, you will not be sorry. And I actually looked this up. Guys, how many of you actually use these things? Because I'm going to be honest with you, just the thought of it makes me want to be sick. Because literally, I can handle poo, I can handle sick, but bogies and snot, that's not my thing. And I know many of you are probably watching like, okay, well, you need to get used to it. Maybe I do, maybe you are right, I do need to get used to it. But one thing I noticed about these, oh, do you know what, just talking about it makes me gag. I actually asked people, I know that have little ones if they use them. One person said she did, but then she stopped. She used a different one where you just squeeze, and then when you release it comes out, sucks it out. Ugh. Somebody did tell me they used one and they didn't put it together properly. I don't know how it works, but anyway, when they sucked, it came out, went further than it should have. That puts me off. That actually makes me gag. And I even said to Johnny, okay, this is something you're going to have to do. I can't do that. I'm sorry. That is just one thing where that's your domain. I don't do bogies and snot. That's going to be your thing, sucking out the, oh, that's disgusting. Anyway, I then asked another girlfriend of mine. She is on her third child. She's literally just had her baby. And she's never used these. She's never had a problem with babies breathing or when they've got a bit bunged up. She's never had any issues. There's plenty of things she says that you can do, and she's never used a nose Frida. So also, when I asked my mum, she didn't even know what it was. She said back in the day we didn't have any of that. So I don't think I'm going to get one for now. We'll see how I go. But if I do end up with one, that's definitely going to be Johnny's thing. I can't do that. And then finally, Tracy J Simpson 1, she said, don't listen to everyone's advice, you know your baby the best. And I think that was actually brilliant advice, because yeah, I'm going to know what suits my baby, what, you know, all those little things that I will come to realise in time. And so yeah, but it's good to get people's advice, it's good to get people's ideas and how they do things. So yeah. So next question, what is your favourite thing about my channel? Hannah D 2009 again said, real and down to earth. That was really cute. Yeah, she thinks I'm real and down to earth. And I don't know how to say this, so forgive me. He Cubastar says, kitchen diaries. And that actually makes me really happy, because we've been doing kitchen diaries for a little over a year now, I think, and it is harder to put the time in for kitchen diaries purely because there's two of us having to find time in our schedule. Johnny does a lot of nights, he does a lot of emergency work. He could be at a job that's meant to be 4 hours and he's there for about 24 hours. I mean, I haven't seen him all week. All last week I didn't see him. Literally, he was gone when I woke up and I was in bed before he got back. And that was literally from job to job. So it is hard. We can't always keep to our schedule, and I do feel bad about it. When there is a Friday where there's no kitchen diaries, I do try and replace it with another video, so I'm sticking to my 3 a week. But I do feel bad when we don't get those videos up, because obviously it's meant to be, like, it's a commitment that I want to keep, but it's a commitment that has to come from both of us, and we're not always, I mean, times Johnny will be like, yeah, I'm ready for it, and I'll be like, oh, I don't feel well, or I don't feel right, or now's not the time. So it is about finding the best for both of us. So that does make me feel good, though. It makes me feel hopeful and, you know, kind of keen to keep it going. So that's really good to hear that you like our kitchen diaries. What 3 words would you use to describe me? Okay, I've got the same, like I said, I literally have like a handful of people answer these questions, so they're all like the same people. But Hannah D 2009 said, fun, strong, hardworking. Now, fun, thank you very much. Strong, I've certainly been stronger mentally and emotionally, but maybe because of what I do go through with my mental health, you could say that I am strong. Some people don't cope with it as well as I do, and I am finding ways, you know, how to manage it. So I'm going to put that, that's what I'm going to associate that with, because otherwise I'm not, I mean, yeah. And hardworking, it depends what I want. It depends what I'm working for. What have I got here? Again, Cuba Star, pretty, fun, kind, again, fun, common denominator there, so thank you, thank you. And pretty, oh, thank you. That makes me feel really nice. Like, it's nice to think people think you're pretty. Next one we've got, how many kids do you think we will have? Okay, so we've got a couple of answers for 3. That's our goal. Well, I say that's our goal. Johnny changes. 1 minute it's 7, then it's 9, and I don't know. But Mummy in the middle says 2. And I think the reason she put this was because, I mean, I haven't had a hard pregnancy, but I haven't had a smooth, easy going. I can do everything normal because I have literally just taken this time to sort of relax and sleep and rest, and, you know, I have been in pain a lot, and I had morning sickness right up until like last week, which was 18 weeks, when I hit 18 weeks. So I think she's probably thinking about my threshold where it comes to pain. And after having 1, I always said I would definitely go through it twice regardless, because I want my child to have a sibling. But I don't know, because in my head, if I had 2 girls first, I'd want to try for a boy, and if I had 2 boys, I'd want to try for a girl. If I had a boy and a girl, maybe I would stop at 2, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. No one knows. I don't think anyone knows that answer, not even me and Johnny. Is there anything about me that annoys you? I've got you don't live nearer. I've got no. I've got fidgeting. So sorry if I'm fidgeting too much in this video. But that's just me. I'm a mover. What do you want to see more of on my channel? Hauls, day in the life, anything. That is pretty rounded out. Like, that to me says I'm covering all angles and you're all happy. I do often ask on my Instagram stories what you want to see next, and I ask in my videos to comment below with your ideas of videos, but I don't often get responses, so I kind of work off what I want to do. So that's kind of nice. It means that what I want to do and what I find passion in, you're enjoying. But if you do ever come up with any ideas, just let me know. What cravings did you get when you were pregnant? So I asked this question, and I asked, were there anything weird? So I have one. I've got wine gums. That's not weird. That's cool. This is the weird one from Mummy in the Middle. Soapy sponges. Now I remember, like, I'm very close to this girl. Okay, so Mummy in the Middle, me and her have been best friends for like forever. So I know that she didn't eat soapy sponges or crave the taste of soapy sponges. She just liked the smell. The positive to that was that she was cleaning a lot. So she always had a very clean kitchen. But yeah, actually I can vouch for these kind of things, because a couple of weeks ago I was lying in bed and I said to Johnny, I'm really like fancying dog food right now. And he was like, what? And I was like, I don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. I just want to smell it. I can just smell it in the back of my like nostril. I want to just have some in front of me to smell. And yeah, I didn't want to eat it. It was just something that I had a hankering for. So I do kind of get that. How far along were you when you felt your first baby kick? mummy in the middle, 18 to 20 weeks. That's my bracket. I'll be 19 weeks in 2 days. When this video goes up, I will already be 19 weeks. Haven't felt anything yet. I mean, I felt some bubbly feelings. I felt sort of where I think something's knocked against me. Not like necessarily a kick, but I've been startled at like a bumpy feeling. But I'm not sure. It's still early days, and I think I need to feel it more regular to know that that's actually what I'm feeling. What else have we got? 16 weeks with the first, 13 weeks with the second. So people are feeling their babies move and kick quite early. I'm also on a Facebook group for people that have babies due in December, and there are people that are 16, 17 weeks, and they're putting videos up, and you can see the kick, and they're on their first baby, and that makes me like feel a bit down that I haven't felt anything. But yeah, I guess, you know, everyone's different. So I next asked, what do you do when you need some me time? I got hide in the kitchen and eat chocolate, which that's a good shout. And I got watch telly and eat what I want, even if it's a random mixture, have a bath, do a face mask, paint my nails, blah blah blah. So all girly things. What do I do when I need me time? I have a bath. I think that's my thing. Like, that's my escape. Like, I go in, I put the light on, I close the door, I take my phone in or a book, and I either watch something on Netflix or YouTube, or I read. But when I'm in the bath, I feel really relaxed and really like comfortable, and that's just my me time. So I think that's what I would say that I do. Yeah, I think that's what I do for myself when I need some me time. Another question I asked, and the reason I asked this, well, let me ask the question first. How soon would you take a baby abroad? The reason I ask this is because I'm not a very good traveller, and when I travel, I end up feeling ill. I need to sleep constantly to just not feel anything. So literally from the moment we're like up, you know, 3 in the morning or whatever to get on a flight, in the car I'm trying to sleep. When I get to the airport, I'm trying to like lie down and rest in a more relaxed position. I get on the plane, I'm trying to sleep. I am not good with travelling at all. I do get sick. I get, like, when I'm on a coach, I get ill. I'm just a really bad traveller. And I just think if I had a baby with me, I would really, really struggle. And I kind of said to Johnny, if we're going to take our baby away, you're going to have to be the one that looks after the baby. I'm going to go to sleep, and the only time I will be needed is if that baby needs milk. Because I wouldn't be able to do it. And we kind of just came to the conclusion, let's just do some staycations for the first couple of years and sort of, you know, just make it easier on ourselves. But I thought I'd ask your opinion. So I got from x_caution_redhead_x. I heard on a YouTube video some airlines insist they're at least 2 weeks old. Oh my goodness, could you imagine going away with a 2-week-old? I don't know. Actually, another thing, I went to Mallorca recently, and I've never suffered with my ears popping on a plane, but I really did this time, and they hurt so much. It was so excruciatingly painful, and I was like, I know I can't do anything about it other than try and swallow or have a hard sweet or something. But imagine a baby who doesn't understand that, and you can't explain that, or you can't give them a hard-boiled sweet. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out too. Anyway, you would want them to have all their vaccinations first. And Reebok E-Rock 27 said, I took Jacob to Uganda when he was 3 months. Wow, hats off to you. 3 months old. See, we were on a plane recently, and and there was a little one, and just would not stop crying and screaming through the whole flight. And I know it can't be helped, but it's not nice when you just want to relax or try and sleep or get through it the best you can. So I just feel like I wouldn't want to put others through that as well. Yeah, just in case we had a screaming, crying baby like that. Okay, and finally I asked this question, which is probably the most important one for me right now. What are your tips for labour? So I got a few answers. I got from Hannah D 2009, don't panic, allow your body to do its thing, and take lip balm, ice cubes to suck on, a good strong hair tie, or have a short haircut pre-birth. Okay, so let me just go through this. Don't panic, allow your body to do its thing. Okay, that's really good advice. I've been told that by many people. If you just let your body do its thing naturally, it's going to go a lot better than if you stress, if you panic and you want to do this and do that. Lip balm, okay, never thought of that. Ice cubes to suck on. See, my mum craved ice cubes when she was pregnant with all 3 babies. I have really sensitive teeth, so I can't even put an ice cube in my mouth, let alone suck it and crunch on it. So that is something I'm going to have to find, and I'm going to have to find an alternative. I am loving ice lollies and things, so maybe I'll have to get Johnny to stash up on some ice lollies and put them in like a cool box. Because ice cubes, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Okay, I'm not going to have a short haircut, no way. I've been told by Johnny I'm not allowed to cut my hair, and that is definitely something that I don't want to do. I'm loving my hair, trying to get it to grow longer, so I won't be cutting my hair. I'll just make sure I've got a good strong hair tie, thank you. Jenny Louise 87, go with the flow and don't plan it. I made a plan which went right out the window. Okay, I have a plan, and the plan for me is not to plan too much. So for me, I'm thinking I want a water bath because it's very hands-off. Gravity with the sitting upright. Water I find very relaxing. That's, like I said, I have a bath to relax or when I'm in pain. So I definitely want a water bath. But I'm very aware you can't have an epidural with a water bath, and I'm very aware of my low pain threshold. So I want that to be an option. I'm going to talk to my midwife and just say, look, it's something that I definitely want to have if I feel I need it. I don't want to rule it out. So my plan is to have a water bath, but if I'm desperate, I'll have an epidural and do it like on the bed. But like you say, you can't plan it, you don't know. I might find that I don't need an epidural, or I might find that I'm struggling so much that I don't even get in the water. So we'll just see. But I think that's really good advice. Tracy J. Simpson 1, raspberry leaf tea the weeks before you go into labour will help you stretch and not tear. I have heard about raspberry leaf tea. It is on my Amazon wish list for my baby shower, so I'm hoping to get a box or 2 or 3. Who knows? I'm hoping to get some of that because I have heard that before. And finally, it's Charlie 1. Breathe, breathe, and breathe some more. So many women underestimate the power of it. And that is very true. We do it naturally. It's just a normal thing that we don't even realise we're doing half the time. It just comes naturally. We just do it. But deep breaths and, yeah, it does help. That's why when people cry or get worked up, they say just breathe. Because it does help. There's a lot to be said about breathing. Oh dear. So anyway, those are my questions. So once again, I want to thank all of those that got involved. Like I said, if you want to be involved in future videos like this, please leave comments in the description. No, you leave comments in the comments. I deal with the description box. And like I said, I'll just post it again up here, my Instagram handle, so make sure you're following me, and I would love to do one of these videos again. I think it's really fun. Obviously it's great when you ask me questions, but I love the fact that I got to ask you questions and get a bit of insight onto what you think and your opinions. So that's it for now, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, and click the all important subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.